You can't force through life to bring it respect and success. You can't win a chess game by simply hanging in there and hoping that it will work for the best. You need to know the beginning of the game, the openings. You need to know the mid-game strategies, and you need to know the end games. And the same thing for you. You need to know who you are, how you're put together, what makes you tick. And without that, you can't expect so much that you expect from yourself every day to bring you success and happiness and all these things that you dream about. Look, you go and buy a toaster or a juicer or some kind of appliances, and you spend an hour or so at least on the owner's manual to figure out how this thing works, to bring it to the optimum performance that you desire. But what about you? How are you sure that you can perform at the optimum without really knowing what you're all about? I'm sure you can accomplish anything you want in life, but not before you really understand how you're put together, what makes you tick, what is your psyche all about. It is important to know about the most important machine that you have in your life, the biggest asset that you have, the me, the you. You got to figure out how you're put together. You got to understand what your psyche is all about. You got to figure out what your strengths and weaknesses are. You got to know why you feel the way you do, act and react the way you do in your daily life. And what is it that you can do to get a better control of all these emotions and all these challenges that you face on a day-to-day basis? How are you going to do that? Well, I invite you to check out my site, mindthatseekstruth.com. Click on the books. Look at the short video that describes each book, and figure out if the table of content of the books covers the stuff that you're interested in. Click further on the book and read a sample chapter. And then if you see that is actually what can make sense to you and help you to become a better version of yourself, then go ahead and acquire it. You have no more excuse anymore. I know many of you wrote me and told me, look, the books are great. I read the sample chapter and I want to have it, but it's so expensive because they're all in US dollars. They're between $80 and $105 US. And the exchange rate and all that make it impossible for you to afford it. I listened, I invested, and I turned them all into ebooks. Now the same book that was $80 and $105, you can buy it for $4.99, the price of a coffee or tea. No more excuses. $5.99 or $6.99, depending on which book it is that you're looking for. The Breakup Pain Handbook is 600 pages. It's heavy. It's got to be shipped, so the print version is expensive. Me, My Psyche, and I highly recommend that book. So many wonderful stuff in there. And the Transient Thoughts in Me, it's again another book on its own, second to none. Helps you out to figure out what it is that comes to your mind. Why is it there? These thoughts, you didn't think of them, you didn't ask for them. Why are they there? What to do with them? How to manage them? What do they mean? All of that is in there. And the Me, My Psyche, and I, it tells you a lot about yourself. Fear, desire, thoughts, thinking, consciousness, ego. What did it have to do with you and the way you function in life? These are all things that you need to know about yourself. The relationship between your mind and body is discussed in that book. The relationship with the energy of the universe that runs throughout the universe and through everything that exists, and how you can harness it and understand it and direct it to advance your life. Look, these are the result of decades of my research, experiences, pondering, and things that I've come out to understand in this life, and I've been able to put it into writing, into print. It is now offered to you at a price so nominal that definitely is not geared to make me rich. It is because I want every one of you to have a copy of it in your library for your reference. Especially as you grow older, there are things that you will find out, but why not know all those things that you may end up finding out on your own if you really focus on it thoroughly, spend decades of life on finding all those things now. So these are all available to you. No more excuses. And I want you to go down my site, pick up the book that you like, learn what you're made out of, what is your psyche all about, why you behave the way you do, get a control of your emotional challenges, success in businesses, the things, the projects that you want to accomplish. And should you still want to talk to me one-on-one, that's also available from my site, mind@seekstruth.com. Make an appointment. We'll talk about your challenges, what concerns you, one-on-one via Skype. So I hope that would be something for you to take it seriously and understand how you're put together, what makes you think, and therefore become that strongest version of yourself, the man or the woman that you're meant to be and you want to be. I'll talk to you soon.